The day us Blackpool Pleasure Beach fans who are theme park enthusiasts and thrill seekers have all been waiting for has finally come around. Today, on Thursday the 16th of April 2026, Blackpool Pleasure Beach have finally announced the dates for the Aviktas VIP preview event. In case you've been living under a rock, back in November last year, Blackpool Pleasure Beach confirmed that they are going to be running a VIP preview event for their brand new 138 foot tall Intamin gyro swing, otherwise known as Aviktas, opening at the park this year, which, in a similar fashion to the one for Icon, the park's previous new ride that opened back in 2018, will allow thrill seekers and theme park enthusiasts who are fans of the park to be the first public guests, the first public riders on this new attraction and get some exclusive ride time. Now, there's quite a few important details that I need to go through. It was confirmed in a confirmation email, as promised, sent to those who booked it earlier today, before later being confirmed on the park social media. But there's quite a few details I need to go through that are important within this email for those of you who have booked onto the event, so let's get into those. Get ready to preview Aviktas. It's almost time, the anticipation is over, and your place is waiting. Arriving May 2026, Aviktas will stand as the UK's tallest. We don't need to read all of that. Choose your date. The exclusive VIP ride previews will take place on Sunday the 10th of May and Wednesday the 13th of May. First of all, can I just say how happy I am that the VIP dates are on these dates, because there was a lot of rumours that they were going to do it as just like a little 1 hour event before the press event and before the ride opened on the actual opening day itself on Thursday the 21st of May. And if that happened, I would have been doing a rant video, because you know, that is a weekday. I know that they're doing it on a weekday, one of the days, but they do have a weekend option as well. So everyone is covered. If you are working during the week, you are not going to be affected by this. And I mean, if they did do it on the same day as the ride opened, that'd just be pathetic for £50, wouldn't it? The other concern that people had was Valgard, the new area at Poulton's Park, which a lot of enthusiasts will be going to the opening day of, because the park make a massive song and dance of that and do a massive, you know, enthusiast-oriented event where you get to do loads of behind-the-scenes tours and stuff. That is on the weekend before the ride opens, on Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th, so there was a potential clash there as well. And I mean, the logical thing for Pleasure Beach to do would be to do the event on that weekend, but no, they've seen sense. They've gone the weekend earlier, almost 2 weeks before the ride opens, which is impressive if you do that one on the Sunday. And obviously you do have the Wednesday option as well if you, say, work in an industry where you'll be working weekends, aka, I don't know, if you're a Pleasure Beach staff member, for example, maybe. My only concern is that while the ride itself is ready, it's testing consistently, and I've heard, you know, Intamin are done with it. It's been handed over to the rides team now. The area itself around the ride is still a building site and is nowhere close to ready. So those engineers and, you know, the landscapers and gardeners and stuff are going to have to work their arses off over the next 3 weeks or so to have that ride ready for the VIP event. I imagine the area won't be finished by then, and there'll be additions made to it between that VIP event and the official opening in that remaining week. But below those dates, there's a link, and obviously the text reads, click here to choose your preview date. So essentially, you have to let the park know which of those dates you're going to, either the 10th or the 13th. And it also says, please note, capacity is limited for each day, so we recommend choosing your preferred date as soon as possible. So yes, please guys, once you have finished watching this video, go straight away to your emails, click that link and get that date locked in, because the last thing you want is for one of the dates, specifically the Sunday, because that's, you know, gonna guarantee to be the more popular one. The last thing you want is for that to sell out. You can't do the Wednesday, and then you're stuck then, aren't you? And I mean, the park did, you know, state on the initial advert for this event that they'd be putting something in place for those who paid to do it, who, when it turned out the dates were announced, that, you know, it turned out you wouldn't be able to do the dates. But they haven't provided any information in this email as to what happens in that case. So if you are in that situation, I definitely do recommend dropping the park an email. But we've also got a little bit more information on how the day works. Once you've selected your date, here is what you can look forward to. So we've got registration. You're going to be doing that in the information desk in the casino building. Now, on Sunday the 10th of May, the event runs from 9:30 a.m. till 11 a.m. And on Wednesday the 13th of May, it's from 10:20 a.m. till 11:20 a.m. That's a bit of a confusing one. How come the event is half an hour shorter on the Wednesday than the Sunday? That doesn't really make much sense to me. I guess it's something to do with staffing, maybe, but yeah, very confusing. So I guess that's another incentive to book the I guess that's another incentive to book the Sunday rather than the Wednesday. And then what's even more confusing is that underneath that it says exclusive ride time, ERT obviously, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The ride is yours. So that makes it sound like to me that there's more to this event, because with Icons, for example, it was basically just you got one ride on the coaster, you got a certificate, you could go in the shop and get some merch and stuff, and that was it. But this seems like a lot bigger than the Icon VIP event was, which is exciting. So I don't know, maybe you're going to get some like talk about the sort of construction process of the ride and stuff like that, a bit similar to what they do for the behind the scenes event and the fan club events. I imagine there is going to be some behind the scenes elements to this by the sounds of it. So that is really exciting, especially for me, because I've never done a behind the scenes tour at Pleasure Beach before, or a fan club event or anything like that, and I'm booked onto this event, so this is going to be a first for me, and I can't wait for it. And then we also obviously have the keepsakes. As you depart, you'll receive your official First Rider certificate and an exclusive commemorative keepsake to mark the occasion. So there we go then. As I said, for the Icon one, we did get a certificate. And I think we did get some other keepsakes as well. Like, we got a whole goodie bag, I believe. You could obviously get your on-ride photos as well. I don't know if Aviktas is going to have on-ride photos with it being a flat ride. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Flat rides don't typically tend to have on-ride photos, but I'm looking forward to what this keepsake is. I know the people who won the big quiz that the park did on opening day. It was basically a theme park trivia quiz. They won some bolts from Aviktas, the winning team, so maybe we're going to get some bolts or a bolt as like a keepsake from the ride. That'll be pretty cool. Or another spare part from the construction process. And then there's a little bit more information below all that. Depending on your purchase, your ticket type will be generated for your chosen date. If you purchase the £60 ticket, which was basically you could purchase the Aviktas VIP for £50, and then you could upgrade to a full day all you can ride e-ticket. You're obviously going to get an all you can ride e-ticket for the full day, as well as your obviously Aviktas ticket, including your 1 hour Aviktas ERT. If you purchase the regular £50 ticket and you are not a season pass holder, you are going to get a free flex pass, which I think is pretty cool for park entry. And you're obviously going to get the 1 hour Aviktas ERT, and you can bolt on, I like that one, additional rides throughout the day purchased on the Pleasure Beach app. So yeah, the flex pass, for those of you who aren't aware, is the brand new digital paper ride system that Pleasure Beach have introduced for 2026. So you pay for what you ride, no more, no less. Now, for season and annual pass holders who purchase the £50 ticket, your usual pass benefits will apply for the rest of the park, alongside your exclusive Aviktas access. So yeah, obviously, you'll just get your regular season pass e-ticket, which you can pre-book within the Pleasure Beach app or on the website. You'll obviously just book that as normal on the day, as well as going to the casino building to collect your Aviktas VIP ticket. A note for our VIPs, this isn't a press day or corporate launch. This is a special event created specifically for the fans who want to be part of the Aviktas story from day one. We can't wait to see you at Aviktas. Click the link above to let us know when you come in. See you soon. All the team at Pleasure Beach Resort. And there we have it. Really, really cool stuff. My only one caveat with all of this is that when you click the link in the email to go to the webpage to confirm the date you want to attend the Aviktas VIP event, obviously ask you to enter your name and your email address and also your booking reference number. For those of you who aren't aware what your booking reference number is, it's the number that you should have at the top of your confirmation email you will have received when booking the Aviktas VIP ticket in the first place. When you click submit on that form, it, for me at least, confirmed that, it was all set in stone, head to the casino building, blah, 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 on Sunday the 10th of May. But I didn't get a confirmation email or anything like that. And I stupidly didn't screenshot that screen with all my details in, so I could, if necessary, show it to someone in guest services in the casino building at the information desk to obviously prove that I'm booked on for that day. So that's a little bit worrying. Hopefully it's not an issue. Do let me know in the comments down below if you got an email so I can obviously look into that if necessary. But I'm sure, you know, the lovely customer service team who work, you know, inside of Pleasure Beach, who we run into every week, will be able to sort it out regardless. But there we go. That is everything covered. I'm over the moon. I've had a terrible few days, terrible week, and this has just brightened up my life. I can't wait, genuinely. But for more excitement Pleasure Beach wise, click the video on the right side of your screen to see my recent Twilight Thrills vlog. Click the icon on the left side of your screen to subscribe for more things theme park related in the UK and beyond. I'm Ben, you've been watching ThrillNet, and I'll catch you again soon.